Hey there, everybody in the FFBE universe, and hello to everybody on YouTube. And here we are talking about Tuesday Preppers, where we take a look at the in-game news for FFBE and see all the content that's coming out, and then talk about how to get ready for it. This week, as you can see on the screen, there's really only one event going on, and that is the Great Phantom Bird. So let's take a look at the Great Phantom Bird. It is an equipment strengthening event for the new unit, Magical Markswoman Visalis or something like that. I don't know. She's not a magic damage dealer. She's an attacker, but she's got magic in her title. But anyway, it's an enemy. It's a bird enemy, the Pelagornis. It has no weaknesses, no resistances. You can use whatever elements you want. You can use all the breaks you want, and you get a bonus for bringing Season 4 units. So I thought it would be interesting to talk about some Season 4 units that you might want to take on this team, or at least the ones that I'm planning on taking on this team based on what this fight does. Basically, this bird is going to use an AoE physical attack every turn. It's also going to use wind, fire, or non-elemental magic on you. It doesn't not do any imperils, so if you're going to bring a magic tank, just make sure they have fire and wind resistance. It uses some single target blind and silence attacks, as well as some physical attacks. And so, like, I was trying to think about a team that would do like Party Mirage, have a magic tank that does wind and fire resistance, an evasion provoker with immunity to blind and silence, and then somebody who could bring Bird Killer. Thinking about Season 4 units that could do that, I put together a little team, like a little sample. And so I thought you could take like Ridar, who can like, he could amp your Snovlinka maybe, or put up an Imperil field, as well as be your magic tank. Have can use his limit burst to spam LBs to give you Mirage stacks every turn. Tulian can be your breaker and also do your amplify field. You could do like Snovlinka for damage, or Van Harma if you're doing an Earth team like I'm talking about here. And then for killers, you know, Fiend of the Return is a Season 4 unit that has Bird Killer. So I went ahead and put together that team, and it looks something like this. Where is it? Here it is. Something like this. And so we've got, in our case, you know, we've got Have, just kind of built for LB fill and LB fill rate to try and get that LB up as often as possible, and not really doing a whole bunch else, right? There you go. He's even got camouflage to make sure he doesn't get targeted. Wearing the Vygar's approved vision card. Yes, yes, indeed. Here's our Snovlinka. Mine's on the EX1, so that's why I'm talking about Ridar amping Snovlinka, because mine does not have her elemental burst yet. But she's also our party leader, and she's got True Double Hand and Bird Killer and LB damage. And I did not gear her with any Clash of Wills gear. Just kind of whatever I had laying around, Indestructible Light, Bird Killer, you know, whatever. And an Earth card, because it's awesome. Tulian also wearing an Earth card. He's got his like special event, his story gear. And then he's got, you know, killers, not as much as he could have, but he's got some killers for Bird. He's missing about 75%, and an Earth card. He's just there to do his big breaks and his amplify field. Fina is our evasion provoker, so she's just got a bunch of like evasion gear, MP cost reduction, and provoke, and that's all she really needs. She's going to use her Bird Killer stuff, and then maybe if we need to, switches to light as needed. Ridar is here. He's technically geared for attack and spirit, and he's wearing, you know, he's got the Bird Killer, and he's got LB damage and True Double Hand spirit and attack. There you go. Wearing Elena's vision card for spirit and for resistances and stuff like that. Notice he's got 140 fire and 140 wind, so he should be fine on the elemental damage, and then with his 9,000 spirit, he should be able to, you know, handle the incoming non-elemental magic as well. And there you have it. There's the team that I'm planning on taking on Thursday for the one piece of content that we have this week. As far as other stuff goes, we also have a story update, so go ahead and get you that free Lapis, and work on the story if you have not already. And then the other thing that we have coming on is that there is a live stream. So we'll go ahead and pull this up. and it is a live stream to live stream number 76. And check out this fun graphic too. Ooh. It's on February 12th at 7 p.m. Pacific, which is 9 o'clock my time. They're talking about updates. Tony and Justin will be here, and there's the live stream URL and all that stuff. So I'm really curious if they are going to, are they going to be unveiling a Lunar New Year unit? That would kind of make sense. Usually they do these to unveil the new Clash of Wills, and Lunar New Year is coming. So it makes me kind of wonder who that is. I'm really, really hopeful that they talk about Clash of Wills, because obviously Clash of Wills has been a big issue and a big topic of discussion for everybody since the new Clash of Wills Another came out. I'm really curious to see what, if anything, they say about that. And then, hopefully also provide us with new information about who this season's focus units are. Because otherwise it's hard to know who to pull for and who not to pull for. So I'm really hopeful that they give us some information about it as a big picture. Are they going to continue with Clash of Wills Another? Are they going to make some changes to Clash of Wills Another? What's going to happen here? Hopefully we get a lot more information about that. But I'll be there. And then of course afterwards we're doing a beige carpet review just like we usually do, which will be fun for the whole family. Now, as far as getting ready for this week's content, like I said, there is really only one fight, which is the bird killer fight, right? So let's go back to it. The Great Phantom Bird. As far as where you can get some bird killer, there's not a ton in the game you can get, but there is some. And so you can go ahead and do Avian Eater Sense from Scorn of the Genies. Pretty easy trial at this point. Bird Killer Plus from the Archaeoavis. You could do Archaeoavis intermediate version as well. You could also do Scorn of the Brachiosaur, Muramasa, Rising Sun, Sniper from Locke's Neovision form, the old one, and then Weapon Specialist from Wild Rose Fury, and probably the most accessible source of bird killer, just because it's from a 5-star based STMR, and it's also very, very good because it gives multiple killers at 75%. There you have it, bird killer. That's all you really need for this week. So let's go ahead and talk about getting some bird killer, and we'll go ahead and show you a team that's going to get you some using a brand new unit that everybody has. So let's go. We're going to go into the Vortex, and we're going to go to 12 types takedown, and we're going to go to Archaeoavis. Here you go. Now, this is the advanced version, so you want to bring party of 5 or less, make sure no one dies, beat it within 6 turns to get Stone Eater Sense. But if you just beat the boss once, you can get Bird Killer Plus. And they tell you in the wiki, or the little notes, that it's a bird. He's going to start out with a lightning reduction field, so he's weak to lightning. And that switches to ice as you go below 50%. He uses status ailments and, some physical attacks, some magical attacks, things like that. Cool. So we're going to go ahead and get into it, and we're not going to take a friend. You could take a friend if you want to, and we're going to pretend actually that one of the units that I have on my team is a friend, and here's the team that we're going to be taking. So let's take a look at the gear for this clear. Honestly, a lot of it's really, really basic, and you can also skip a lot of the units that are here. So we're going to start with Sakura Dark Lineage. She's just wearing some Esper Fill gear, and that's all she's doing. She's going to be summoning Ramuh on the first turn, and then using a bird killer buff on the second turn. You can totally skip her in this clear. You do not need her in this clear. We've got Runda, who I really just hit like defense and automatic, and then just went back and changed it to give Runda his own STMR and like special gear and an old piece of armor, a source of provoke and evasion, and stuff like that. So Runda is going to be able to handle this just fine. This is an old trial. This is not difficult. Paladin Sylvie, her gear is irrelevant, other than the fact that she is wearing this Leave Things to Me vision card. This is also not necessary. This is just overkill, just for fun, to try and do as much damage as I could. I really did strip this down, and you do not need this vision card. It's just fun to have it. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. Roberta's just here to chain and do some stat buffs and things like that. Her gear is largely irrelevant. She does not do the large majority of the damage in this fight. Our friend unit does. There you go. here's our friend unit. So I've decked out our friend unit in really good gear, right? So he's got his STMR, he's got his Clash of Wills gears and stuff like that. He's got full killers, he's got full true double hand, he's got, oh, he's missing some LB damage. We can probably fix that. Let's put some LB damage on. Let's put on like Prodigious Performer or something like that. Lion's Heart. There you go. Now he's got full LB damage. But he's got this, he's got the Bird Killer, right? So 300%, and then he's got LB damage, true double hand, all that stuff. And he's wearing just a generic, kind of generically good vision card. So he's got chain cap up and all that fun stuff. So there you go. Although he's got chain cap up from here too. Just kind of a generically good vision card, but no leader on the party. Notice that nobody is leading this party. Because there's not really a good combination of units, and Gladiolus does not have his own leader skill, so awesome. Yeah, nobody really covers him, so we're just going to use no leader skill, and we're going to go ahead and get into this and show you the actions of this fight. So, without further ado, here is killing Archaeoavis using a free unit that they just gave us, set up really well, but trying to get some Bird Killer. Alright, notice the area effect lowers lightning resistance, and that's going to be at the top of the screen. It says right there, reduce lightning resistance. We're going to reduce that even further with Sakura, who's going to cast Ramu. Now, if you don't have Dark Lineage Sakura, you could use Sage of Thunder Sakura as long as you upgraded her crown abilities. But Sage of Dark Lineage Sakura is honestly a better unit. Notice now we have reduced lightning resistance down on the enemy side. Very, very good. Runda's just going to use his LB. Sylvie is going to shift. Thank you, Sylvie. And Sylvie is going to triple. We're going to Paladin's Offense, Bolt Egg Basket, and Marion's Lightning Blessing. There we go. Roberta and Ignitos, they're just going to use support from the skies, Mega Breath to unlock Quadcast, and then you can use whatever you want. We're going to use Draconic Triune. And Gladiolus is just going to use his modifier buff. Ain't no way I'm backing down now. Here we go. Runda's going to jump out in front, tank the hits, also eat the tail attack, which would paralyze him if he was not resistant to paralysis. He is. A lot of auto casting happening. And Sakura's now going to use her Bird Killer buff, the Wing Shooting Boon, on Gladiolus. There we go. And then Gladiolus is going to... we'll talk about him in just a second. Sylvie's going to use Leaping Love. There we go. Gladiolus now, with all those stats, is now at 14,000 attack. No leader skill in the party. He's going to use Tempest, which is not even his good limit burst. This is just his basic limit burst, right? And then Roberta's going to chain Mystic Breath. Now, because it's a tag chain, he's just going to cap into that very nicely. We're going to let Roberta build the chain a little bit, and then send Gladiolus. And in my experience, the boss dies in one hit from Gladiolus. This attack hits twice though, so we will overkill this pretty well. So here goes Roberta. Tag, Gladiolus, and boom. And now you've got Bird Killer Plus. $16.9 billion. Let's see how much of that was Gladiolus, just for funsies. $15.8. So quite a bit of that damage was Gladiolus, a brand new free unit that everybody got just by playing the game. And you can get EX2 of him very easily just by using some VIP coins to get his fragments, if you didn't feel like spending cash. But there you have it. That'll get you some Bird Killer. And Bird Killer is the only killer you need because we only have one piece of content coming out this week. And that should help you with gearing your units. In the meantime, be good to each other, take care. We're going to see you on Thursday, where I'm going to show the boss's full rotation in a video like I did last week. and hopefully kill the boss on turn 5 with my EX1 Snovlinka. We'll see how it goes. But until then, be good to each other, and we will see you on Thursday.